Hello beautiful people, it's Janelle Briggs again, checking in for a Mindset Monday to help you make your way through this time in life that we find ourselves in to keep your mindset in check. Today I'm going to be talking about little tools and ideas to help you keep your relationship out of conflict in ISO. I know I've been speaking to a few clients and we've now been within our four walls, staying home for the past 4, 5, 6 weeks, some people even longer depending on where you live in the world. And our relationships can start to get a bit niggly and a bit strained as we start to really see all sides of everyone that we live with, as well as being unable to have our usual outlets like gym or work or, social or catching up with the girls or, all those things that we do to keep our mind sane. We're unable to do a lot of those things like we used to. So something I want to share with you is two things that I find really important right now. If you are more of an introvert person and you find yourself being drained by having a lot of people around you, and you are now living in a household with an extrovert, or you're living in your home with your 3 kids or a couple of kids, and really you are struggling to recharge your batteries, I would highly recommend booking in some alone time and just saying to hubby, look, I need to tap out, whether it's an early morning walk before the chaos of the day starts, whether it's just putting your headphones in and doing a meditation for half an hour, having a bath, checking out and spending some time alone to regroup is going to be really, really critical for you right now. On the flip side, if you're an extrovert, you get your energy burst being around other people, then I would highly recommend you organize things like Zoom wine catch-ups, which I know a lot of people have been doing, or cups of tea with, the colleagues from work to catch up and stuff like that. Even just checking in and having a phone call. And like what we did for my son on his birthday was every hour of the day we organized a call with someone else to be able to help him to feel like he was a part of it. Sometimes the group environment, it's hard to hear everyone speak. People are talking over the top of each other, even though it's wonderful to see faces. It's also for you really important that you understand that your energy comes from being around other people. So in terms of your work, being able to find ways to collaborate. The next point I want to talk about is when conflicts and disagreements actually flare up within the house, because let's face it, we're all getting a little bit irritable. I would love to go and do all the things that I would normally do. I'd love to drop my son off at school for 6 hours a day, and I'd love to have that alone time to work and create and do what I love to do in my business. However, that is not possible at the moment. So that causes immediately a bit of irritation because we have some resistance sometimes to being told what we can and can't do. In terms of relationships though, irritation can come because we're spending so much time in the same space, and often we like things done our way. We like the dishwasher packed our way. We may be getting upset if someone's pulling more of the weight around the house with the household chores. Sometimes our partner doesn't understand how much we're juggling in terms of organizing kids and school and work and all of these things. All right, so the first thing I want to share with you is that your first response when a conflict or a disagreement flares up is often unconscious. So you don't have really any power over that first thing that comes out. However, you do have power over the second thought. So when the second thought moment comes, I would like you to ask yourself, do I want to be right or do I want to be at peace? And I can guarantee you 99.99% of the time, me personally, I want to be at peace. Yes, sometimes the best thing to do is just to step out of the ring. Just step out of the ring. How important is it? Ask yourself. How important is it that we have an argument over the dishes or something that is irritating us within the house? Does it create tension? Does it create stress? Is there a bad mood? Is there a bad energy in the house? We are all doing the best we can to get through this, 100%. And if there is something that is irritating us, yes, talk about it. However, you know what? Sometimes the other person could be right. Pushing my free will, saying I'm right, I know I'm right, is only ever going to make me feel irritated, emotional, and often I can get irrational. My husband will laugh if he watches this because I admitted it. I admitted it right here on camera. Second thing I want to share with you is the absolute number one problem resolution tool question that I share with all of my clients is, How important is it? How important is it? How important is it that I push my point of view across to the point where it fractures this little bit of sanity that we have inside these four walls? And then asking the second thing is, what's the most important thing? What is really the most important thing right now? Well, actually, the most important thing for me is that we get along and that my son is happy and that we are getting through the day and we just put one foot in front of the other, get through what we have to do today, get through the school curriculum, get through client work. My husband is achieving what he needs to do in work and get through to the end of the day so we can have another day, because at the moment we just keep going day by day. And that's the only thing that we can really do. Okay, and so the last thing I want to share is a little tool that's going to help you to take the emotion out of the racing thoughts, bring it back into your body. And that's a really simple tool, and it's called Peace Begins With Me. And it's as easy as remembering to tap your fingers starting at the pinky, and you go, peace begins with me, peace begins with me, peace begins with me. And repeating that as many times as you need to be able to calm down, take a breath, to be able to get through and make that next best comment or decision when you are finding some conflict and disagreement going on in your relationships. Hope that helps you all today.